Good morning. Welcome to the podcast of the Christian couple. This is an episode of Coffee with Bible. So, I have always wondered from the stories, why Judas? Was he destined to be the bad guy in the Bible? I mean, Jesus knew that Judas would betray him. He even said the same to Judas. Jesus also said that Peter would deny him 3 times, although Peter said he never will. He did deny the Lord 3 times. But the irony is, Peter was forgiven after he repented. But Judas, even he repented, but was he forgiven?
As kids, in our church school and the stories from our parents, Judas was the bad guy. But no one told us why Judas and why not anyone else. Let me tell you some of the incidents culminating to the 30 pieces of silver. Even though Judas was one of the 12 disciples, he was not mentioned as much like others during the ministry of Jesus. The reason? He was the treasurer for the disciples. The Bible states in John 12:6 that Judas used his position for his own personal gain, meaning he used to help himself to what was put into the money bag. There was another incident when Judas protested Jesus' action. We all know when Mary washed Jesus' feet. Mary did not wash his feet with just water. Instead, she washed with an expensive perfume. Even though there were others in the room, Judas was the one who objected. He asked Mary, why wasn't this perfume sold and only given to the poor?
Yeah, his question was correct, right? God has said that being generous to the poor is an act of lending to the God himself, right?
That is true. But in Bible, it is clearly mentioned that Judas did not say this because he cared about the poor, but because he wanted to profit himself with the funds.
Oh, okay. So this means he was a greedy person from the start, right? Then why did Jesus make him his disciple?
Good question. The thing is, Judas himself did not know that he was going to betray Jesus until the Last Supper. During the ministry of Jesus, Judas did not accept Jesus as the Son of God. When others addressed Jesus as Lord, Judas addressed Jesus as Rabbi, meaning teacher. Judas was looking for a strong political leader, and Jesus was not what he expected, because he was troubled by Jesus' insistence that he would die.
Oh, yeah. So during the Last Supper, when the disciples asked who would betray Jesus, Jesus said that to the one who I give the piece of bread, and then he dipped the bread and gave it to Judas. But everyone in the room were so confused, questioning each other that who would do this. So this confusion blinded the disciples from the one who was actually going to betray him.
Correct. The Bible clearly says as soon as Judas took the bread, Satan entered into him. So Jesus said, what you are about to do, do quickly. Hearing this, Judas left immediately to betray him. So you can sense that everyone in the room were reasoning themselves and did not see what Jesus actually meant.
So it was destined by God that Judas should betray Jesus, right?
No. Jesus knew of this betrayal, but not the betrayer until the Last Supper. In order to save the world from sin, the Bible claims that Jesus had to die. God therefore used Judas' betrayal to help bring the salvation of his people.
Oh, so Satan thought that he was changing God's plan through Judas.
Exactly. Judas is a reminder that God is always in control. Judas' name even means, let God be praised. Remember that even the worst of situation can be used by God in powerful ways.
Just like sending Jesus to the world.
Thank you for tuning into this episode of Coffee with Bible. For more Christian questions, comment on the below and subscribe to the Christian Couple for regular videos.